Hello everyone and welcome to a online booster box opening. So I recently opened up Plasma Blast, a full box worth in person, and I'm going to open up the respective codes. So I've already redeemed them. I'm just going to go in here and actually open up the packs. As you guys saw, the new start screen is changed. It's now updated to Plasma Blast. Before it was Plasma Freeze, so a little bit different. No, I didn't know I'd get all these screens just telling me that I redeemed each and every one of those codes, so kind of annoying. But yeah, let's get started. So for those who saw the in-person opening I did, I only pulled one EX, and that was Genesect, which I like, but I was really hoping I'd get more than just one EX. But without any dragging this out any longer, let's just get to opening and see what I get. So it looks like I'm going to start off getting both Mesprit and Elf. Not super playable, but nice to get these guys here. I'll zoom into anything notable or desirable. And next I'm going to get a Frostlass, which is not too bad. Might see some play because of its Curse Glare ability, which allows you to prevent the attachment of special energy on your opponent's side. So maybe a good anti-plasma deck that can revolve around that card specifically. And now moving on to the next one. So this one's pretty cool. So I get a Driflim, the card I want to make a deck around this card, saying how it's really good against plasma decks because its attack cost drops by 1 for each plasma Pokemon on your opponent's side of the field, thanks to its ability. And its attack is pretty good too. It does 70 and it discards a special energy. Okay, so still some lag here. Let's open up the next one. So Yuxi here. Nothing else too notable. Not that Yuxi was that notable to begin with. So we're going to get a Scavalier. And the next pack, another Driflim. So nice. Maybe I'll get a playset in this go around. 30 more packs to go. So we've gone through 6. So Machamp is here and a Sigilyph. So I didn't actually get Sigilyph in my booster box opening. But I like this card. It has some potential for play since you can attach up to 4 Pokemon tools to it. So I'm thinking this with maybe 4 Bangles could do quite a bit of damage. There's also talk about using this with a tool drop Trubbish, I believe, and that combo can make an interesting deck. So maybe I'll build something around this. But anyway, there was a Bangle, for those of you guys wondering what I was talking about as well. I pulled a Bangle and a Mirror in that pack. The next one, I'm going to get a Catcher. Pretty cool. A Golurk, Azelf. Nothing super playable outside for Catcher. So I'm going to get a Machamp this time. This is the Holo. So there's a Holo Machamp and a non-Holo rare version. They're different. Each seems pretty decent. Not super competitive, but maybe using combination they might make a decent deck, and with Bangles. And I also got a Candy. So this set has a lot of reprint trainers. So another Azelf. Not too thrilled about that. So 26 packs to go. Reuniclus in this one. And this is a fairly bad Reuniclus, not like the damage swap one, which is at least somewhat playable. So this time I got Suicune with Safeguard. It's pretty identical to the old Sigilyph from Dragon's Exalted, but it does have higher HP, so maybe it's more playable, or I think it might be the same. But anyway, this might see some play. So 24 packs. Opening the next one. So I get a Cradily and a Porygon Z. So Porygon Z is interesting. It allows you to move plasma energy around on your side of the field. So like Dark Trance and Cradily for 1 energy, you get to put a stage 2 Pokemon on your bench, essentially bypassing all the evolution. And if you have more than 1 energy, you can do more than 1 Pokemon. So maybe an interesting card to play, although the fossils are fairly broken in that they are hardly playable competitively, just because they're so hard to get out. So 23 packs. Hopefully I'll pull an EX. And I didn't get an EX, but I did get a decent A-Spec, so G-Scope. It works only with Genesect and just allows you to do 100 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon for 3 energy. So decent. Although I think people are leaning towards G-Booster as the preferred A-Spec for Genesect. Not sure what I would go with quite yet. So Uxie, as you guys hear people yelling outside my window. So 21 packs. Still no EX. Another Suicune. Let's see what the next pack holds. Another Reuniclus. Shiny Bengal here. Okay, so my first EX is going to be this one, Palkia EX. So probably the worst one of the set. Not super playable since it uses grass and water for its energy costs. Yeah, but decent to have, or nice to have anyway. So let's move on. So here I'm going to get a Houndoom. Not that great, but still I have not pulled one yet. Another Uxie, an Iris. This is a supporter in reverse. So a Selgor and this one. So I'm over halfway through and I've gotten 1 EX. Oh, but I did get a Haxorus in this next pack, which is a sort of the other anti-plasma card, if you want to call it, from this set. Its second attack, Strike of the Champion, automatically knocks out all plasma Pokemon for just a fighting and a steel energy, which will be pretty cool. People are talking about using this with Garchomp, although I personally want to try a Landorus maybe and a Cobalion combo just because of the energy costs. But yeah, I expect this one to see some play at least. So, next pack. So this time I get another Frostlass. So maybe I'll have a playset of those guys as well. Caracosta is my rare in the next pack. Okay, another Suicune. 11 more to go. And still only 1 EX. So another Machamp. Looks like a lot of repeats in this, just like my real life opening. Okay, so I get another EX, and this time it's Dialga. So slightly more playable than Palkia, but again, not super playable. One of the least competitive EXs in this set. Its attack, fast forward for each plasma energy attached to this guy, you discard 1 card off of your opponent's deck. So potentially useful for creating a mill deck, although I don't see it being super efficient just because it would take 4 attachments. You could potentially do that in 1 turn, but it'd be really hard to consistently pull off and knock out anything in 1 hit. So let's move on to the next pack as I struggle to close things. So another Houndoom. 8 more to go. Another Scavalier. Another Cradily and a Reverse Catcher, which is decent. And I'm going to get another Suicune and another Selgor. So 5 more to go. Will I get another EX? Fingers crossed. Another Cradley here. Catcher and Juniper as well. So some interesting staples. Azelf, I think I've gotten at least one of those guys. Reverse Juniper in that set as well. And just about to wrap up. Another Haxorus. So at least I'll have enough to start experimenting with for a Haxorus deck. And a Golurk. So a Masquerain is rare in this set, and Tool Remover allows you to, as often as you like before your turn, you may put a Pokemon tool attached to one of your Pokemon back into your hand. So potentially has some use in some decks, but I don't see it getting a lot of play just because it's not that strong otherwise in terms of HP. And here's my last pack, so unfortunately it's going to be another Reuniclus. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that, although not super exciting, but in terms of comparing this to my real life pulls, I did get 2 EXs this time around, so maybe a little bit better. Thanks guys.